Yeah, and you guys just saw that. Yep, sure did. Alright guys, so I'm absolutely bummed out. I had a ton of stuff planned today. And yeah, you saw a collision. It didn't seem that bad, but actually it was pretty freaking bad. I had, like, yeah, everything's freaking cracked. My transmission shifted, that's all screwed up now, and that broke. There's a lot more that's wrong with it. I mean, that flew out on me. Yeah, so lesson learned here. If I decide to full send it, do a practice run first, not just absolutely full throttle it like I just did. All right, everybody. So that was quite an experience. So now I'm gonna just go ahead and do a tear down. I know that the aluminum is twisted, so I'm gonna have to take that out and hammer it down. Yeah, that's wonderful. All right, so it's the moment you all been waiting for. Time to grab the wrenches and get to work. Alright guys, the whole front end disassembled from the chassis, and taking a quick look at it. Not many cracks back there, but obviously in the front we got a bunch of damage. Same thing at the bottom, big crack right there. And these are all out of whack. That's got a little bit of bend, but just wait till you see the other side. The other side, yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't need a new bumper, thankfully, somehow, because the bumper did its job and just collapsed. But I'm gonna have to get some parts. Also, my skid plate bent up on me, so I'm gonna have to heat that up and hammer it back down. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, hose down the rest of the chassis. I didn't take out the electronics, all the servos and stuff. Alright, everybody, so I'm just quickly investigating what parts to order. And I just pretty much wrote them all down right here. I wrote down a few extras, which I don't need. But the trans case I do need, because unfortunately, it's just that tiny little piece that broke off. Then we got the bulkheads. I need some bulkheads. It's cracked everywhere. Like, cracked down there. Pretty bad. Then the motor and chassis brace. And it broke on me again. That's one half of it. And the other half is right there. So yeah, that I guess broke off somehow. And then we got these two parts right here. That is just the front, that little thing right there. That'll pretty much be what's on the plan. As you can see, it helps to have these little cups and labeling, so I remember. It's gonna be a while until this stuff arrives. And I just ripped everything apart, which I really don't recommend in ripping everything apart like I did, because it just, yeah, look at my desk. It's a mess. Alright, everybody, so the truck is all stripped down. I fixed everything that needed to be done in the front, swapped out the bulkhead, straightened out the plate, also replaced this little part of the frame right here too, because that just ripped right out. I did separate the plate and take out these bolts just to shape the plate back, but yeah, I didn't get that on camera, so I forgot. I'm still waiting on parts, as I'm waiting for the transmission case, because as you can see right here, you can actually see right into the transmission. You can see the gear, so that is not good. So I ordered a new housing that's coming in a couple of days. So the truck will be sitting like this. When I wait, I'm gonna go ahead again and take a look at the engine. I'm not gonna tear it all down. I'll just take off the cooling head and check on the pinch. I already know everything in there is pretty good. I took that apart recently and looked really nice. The shocks actually don't need to be done. I know I was gonna do a whole tear down, but turns out doesn't really need it. The only thing it really did need was the bulkheads, because actually, well, one, I crashed it and I cracked it, but the soft plastic in the bulkhead, because it got soft over time just from vibrations and stretching, there's a lot of play in the differential, and it wouldn't really sit into the pocket where it's supposed to, and it would wiggle around. Like if I did this, it would wiggle back and forth, but now it is stuck in there really good. And so I recommend swapping out the bulkhead. The plastic does get really soft, and the new plastic's just a whole lot better. Yeah, so I'll go ahead, take off the cooling head of the motor. Everything should be good in that. That's like brand new. Alright everybody, took the cooling head off. You see, it's got some scratches now, unfortunately, but that's alright. And yeah, wow, this is pretty dirty. A lot of oil on it. Better wipe that off. Yeah, I try to keep the engine pretty clean. Yeah, there we go. Alright, inside's nice and clean. Let's check it out. Yeah, everything's great. There's one issue with this engine, it turns over pretty easy. I think that there should be a lot more pinch. I'm barely feeling any pinch. And you gotta remember, I broke this thing in August, so it's had a short life, I guess. I'm kind of surprised that the pinch wore out so fast. Not sure why that's the case. I mean, maybe it's because, you know, how often I'm running it, but I'm only putting 2, maybe 3 gallons. I guess that is normal. So yeah, everything right here is all good. I know the carburetor's good. Just checked on that. So I'll be back with the transmission parts, and we'll take a look at that. Alright guys, so I got the transmission apart. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all these gears again. And I actually swapped out these 2 bearings right here, because this bearing actually it's not running as smooth as it should. So I went ahead, had these bearings laying around. I forgot what size they are, but they're the same size as the bearing that was supposed to be in it, obviously. And swapped them out. They fit pretty good. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be higher performance bearings too. Look a lot nicer. So those are going in now. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the gears. Alright everybody, so transmission's in, hooked up all the linkages, and now the engine's in, which I just did the mesh on that. Mesh is perfect on it. Only tips I have for the mesh is just take your time, do what your manual says. I just throw it in there and do the mesh mostly with my eye. It's all by feel for me now. Anyway, so next step now, sorry about the messy desk, but next step now is take that tank and the pipe, go ahead and install that, and yeah, then this thing's complete. Alright, and it's complete. So I am now going to clean my desk. Yeah. Alright guys, so this thing is mint. Absolutely love how well it's running. It is lean a little bit. I didn't really tune it. I just fired it up and let it rip. It's a little colder since the last time I ran this, so go ahead and richen it up. I mean, it's a little hot. Alright guys, so that'll be it for today's video. So thanks for watching. That was the whole teardown, pretty much. Just a little teardown of the HelLST after the crash, obviously. Oh yeah, if you're asking why my camera's like all fuzzy and whatever, I did smash the camera lens on my phone, which unfortunately it's gonna be like this. Yeah, so don't be afraid to leave a comment about, if I missed anything. If you have any questions, I'll be right there to answer it for you. Also, if you'd like to see anything in the future with the HelLST, I'll be posting more videos, more running footage for you guys. I know you guys want to see this thing run, which I've been wanting to run this thing for a while, and it feels great to have this thing running again. Yeah, guys, so also stick around because the 8 2.0, you'll get that thing fired up. The engine is actually like in very bad condition. The connecting rod needs to be swapped out, and I still can't get that crankshaft out. It's still stuck in there. Which me and my friend just decided just to get a whole new engine. It's not even worth it. As the carburetor, I believe, is junk on this too, so we'll find that out when we try to fire this thing. Anyway, so that's it for today's video. Really hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the HelLST. Also, stay tuned for the trophy truck. No, it's been a while. I've been slowly working on it. Like, slowly. I cut out this little template here. That's the whole bottom plate, which I'm gonna... This will be out of aluminum, so it won't be welded in. This will all be bolted in. So I want the engine to be easily accessible, so I just have 6 or 7 bolts holding that in. That all just drops down. Transmission, engine, everything. And the drive shaft just slips out, so you don't even have to remove any suspension or anything. So I thought that was a pretty sweet little feature. Yeah, I've done enough talking. See you later.
What's up, HeyYRT? So, HeyYRT, man, how you doing, bro?
Oh, right, HeyYRT, you have a good one.